What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Leaf Green. In the last episode, we made our way to Cerulean City, and in this episode, we are going to meet Bill the Pokemaniac. We got a hiker, Franklin. Franklin was, I always watched that show. It was about the turtle, and I don't even remember that much about it now that I think about it. But it was a solid part of my childhood. Franklin and Little Bear. Gosh. Were those on like PBS Kids with like Dragon Tales and stuff? funny memories. So this is Machop. I don't know if we've encountered Machop before, but it's actually a really cool Pokemon. It's a strong Pokemon, and it evolves into Machoke, which is even stronger, but it can be traded. Machoke can be traded to get Machamp, which is a boss. It's a really slow, but really strong attack-wise Pokemon. And I think we have to defeat one later with Bruno, I believe. But yeah, so we'll see one of those eventually. And, alright, Leaf, you're back in the spotlight. Use that Vine Whip, take down that Geodude. And we're gaining experience. Getting money. We did work hard, indeed. That was a pretty tough match. Okay, so we have another hiker down there, so I'm going to switch to Leaf, because hopefully he has some rock types that we can train with. This place is supposed to be like a little maze. I like that as the Pokemon developers kind of use the like lines of sight of the trainers to weave like a maze that you can eventually like block yourself in and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. You can avoid trainers if you want, but I just don't really like to. Onix. Onix is a cool Pokemon. It's actually pretty weak though. It doesn't have, well, doesn't have any evolutions in this generation, but it's really strong defensively, but that's about it. And one of my favorite things regarding Onix is in one episode, I believe it's like the pink Pokemon or something like that, they go after like the Crystal Onix, which was such a cool Pokemon to see. Like an Onix, they're typically like gray made out of rock. This one was like crystal, and it was like transparent and like bluish, and it just looked so cool. And I wish they incorporated that into the game somewhere. They, like in the second generation, they have the shiny Gyarados and stuff like that. But I really wish they had the Crystal Onix. It's just so cool. And alright, we're fighting another youngster in his Rattata. We're gonna double kick that away. Don't even try, Rattata. Don't even try. And we got a Spearow now. Yeah, we'll leave him out. So, I'm going back to college soon, as I've been referencing in the past few videos. And so that's gonna be different. I won't be able to make as many YouTube videos. Just flat out, school comes before YouTube. So, sorry about that. But I will still try to make videos as often as I can. And, uh-oh. Cooler. No, don't die. Oh my gosh. Wow, that could have been bad. We don't want our Pokemon to die. But, yeah, I won't be able to make videos as often. Probably not 3 times a week, but I'll do what I can, and I'll make some of the, like, less time, or, like, smaller time commitment videos, like the Pokemon battles and the horror videos and stuff like that, the horror game videos. So you could still look forward to those, and I'll be keeping up my Let's Plays as usual. And, yeah, I'll still be down to Pokemon battle any of you guys. I've gotten a couple of requests for Pokemon battles. Just message me on YouTube and say, you know, this is my Pokemon Showdown name, let's meet up, we can do what type of tier you want to battle in, rules, whatever. And, yeah, I'm always down. Pokemon battling is a ton of fun. And, if you want, it might be a good way to get your name on my channel, too. Because if it's a good battle, it's particularly for me, because I don't like to upload battles in which I lose. Because I do lose, I'm not a perfect battler, but I always like to make myself look a little bit better, you know what I mean? And, but if it's a really good battle and I, like, admit defeat because one of you guys just absolutely wrecks me, trust me, I'll put it up. But, ooh, Dad took me to a great party on the SS Anne in Vermilion City. How old are you, 10? What kind of party was this? On a cruise? I don't know if I agree with this Dad's choice. Ooh, and we see a Slowpoke. And Slowpoke is a pretty cool Pokemon. I actually like Slowpokes a lot. They're just kind of like, well, they're really slow, as you expect. but they come up a lot more in the later games, and it's a good thing. Actually, no, now they're both poison types. So, but at least Leaf is specially defensive, whereas Nidorino would have gotten wrecked. Slowpoke is water and psychic type, and it evolves into Slowbro, which is a defensive boss. But it can, in the later generations, it can be further like evolved into a Slowking, which is such a cool Pokemon. It's for competitive Pokemon, it's one of my favorite Pokemon in like the RU and OU tiers, which are rarely used and overused if you don't know. But because its ability Regenerator is so key for defense and stalling out Pokemon, and yeah, I have a mixture of teams. I'm not a huge like stalling guy, but I do every now and then make a stall related team and stuff. And gosh, yeah, I really have to create that Pokemon series, Pokemon Professor. You guys let me know what you'd like for your favorite name, like To Be a Master, Pokemon Professor, something you can come up with. It'd be cool to know what you guys think would be a cool name for it, and I'm gonna get going on that. Episodes will be a little bit more difficult to create because it's gonna be a lot of editing and animation related stuff. So I don't know how frequent the videos will come out, but they will. They will. Alright, so we have another trainer defeated. Oh no, just a Nidoran. Picnicker, Kelsey. Yeah, why not switch it up? Nightwing hasn't seen some action in a while. Even though Cooler's almost level 20. I like the concept of having different like Pokemon based on the gender for only some of the species, like Lumineon in the later generations, like Nidoran this time. Because a lot of times the gender doesn't really matter. It only matters if like moves like Attract or abilities like Rivalry for later in the generations. But it's cool that it actually matters here. You know what I mean? Gosh, these trainer battles take a while, so hopefully we can get to Bill pretty soon. And oh, come on the last hit. On the last hit, Nightwing had to get poisoned. At least it's at full health. We can probably go for a while without it dying on us. Because we don't want that. Oh, and speaking of Pokemon deaths, would you guys be interested in seeing a Nuzlocke challenge? One of my good friends, the masochistic gamer, Nathecto, is doing a silver Nuzlocke, or Nuzlocke randomizer challenge right now. So you guys should definitely check that out if you're into Pokemon, which I assume you are if you're watching this. And what type of challenge you want me to do. I'm actually trying to develop my own challenge, and it's looking pretty good so far. But would you guys be interested in seeing that of a game I've already done? So, like, for example, if I did a Let's Play of Pokemon Leaf Green, would you be interested in, like, a randomizer Nuzlocke of Pokemon Red or Blue? Even though they're technically the same game, it's just the older gen. Because, the only thing I'm a little concerned about is with, like, Pokemon Gold, which is, like, my favorite. I'd probably do, like, Heart Gold. I'm not sure I'd want to do any challenge that would, like, change the experience. Because I kind of want to give, like, you guys what the game would actually be like just playing it normally. So, like, the Pokemon you would catch along each route, and what Pokemon you'd actually have, and trying my best to strategize and get through the game, like, well, as a normal player. But I also want to do challenge videos, like challenge runs, like Nuzlocke challenges and stuff. But maybe once you've already gotten the gist of the game, like, you know what I mean? So let me know if you'd be interested in, like, if I did a Let's Play of Heart Gold and then did a certain, like, new challenge on the regular Gold. Because I don't want to be too repetitive. I don't want to do, like, a Let's Play of a game I've already done. But if there's somewhat different in that, it's like a Nuzlocke challenge or something like that, I just want to know if you guys would still be interested. And if you're not, please tell me, because I don't want to end up doing a Nuzlocke challenge because you guys are feeling bad for me, saying, yeah, I'd still be interested, because he wants me to be, and then you guys not want to watch my videos and stuff like that. So, feel free to give me feedback on that. And, oh, how long have we been recording? Now that I think about it, I forgot to take out my phone and use the stopwatch, so, we're almost there. If this gets too long, I might cut it, but I think we're good for now. And Leaf is level 21. I think our Pokemon are pretty over-leveled for this point in the game. That's one thing I found out, is that when you play like a Pokemon game for the first time, you catch as many as you can right away, and you try to train them all And but if you catch a few Pokemon, they get a ton of levels, so it's almost better off, and like they're stronger for each gym leader. So if you're starting a Pokemon game, don't catch Pokemon you don't want. Don't catch a Pokemon just to have another Pokemon. Unless it's an HM slave, which we're probably going to have to use soon because we're going to need to use Cut to progress in the game. And I don't want to teach Cut, which is a pretty crappy move, to any of my Pokemon. So we're going to end up catching some random Pokemon that I'm not going to use in any battle just to teach it Cut and other HMs. Maybe I'll teach Surf or Strength to another Pokemon. One of something funny is Nidoking can actually learn Surf. When I played Fire Red, which was my first like Pokemon game of this generation, because I played Fire Red on the GBA, not Leaf Green, I had Nidoking that knew Strength and Surf. I was like, what the heck? Nidoking can learn Surf? But Nidoking is actually pretty strong specially. It's got a great special attacking move pool in addition to attacks. So it's a really interesting Pokemon. It's a really versatile Pokemon, which is pretty cool. And oh, I just realized I should have made the trainer like come out here so I could get that. We'll just have to wait till we can use Cut to get that. I don't know if it's that important really. And so we got another youngster, and we can just leave Cooler out there because he's gonna have plenty of Rattata, like always. I had this feeling. I knew I had to battle you. It was a premonition. There's gonna be a really cool looking trainer who's gonna be 10, and he's gonna be Midnight Zero, and I must battle him. And it came true. So, yeah, more of the same old Ekans. I'm surprised he has an Ekans. I was expecting a Rattata, or a couple Rattatas. It's gonna make it a little bit longer of a battle. No, Peck still does quite a bit. Rap is so annoying. That's like, if you ever catch an Ekans, they're decent Pokemon, and Arbok, its evolution is okay, but it's such a pain to train them, because all they know for the longest time is Poison Sting, a really weak move, and Rap, a really weak move that does passive damage like at the end of each turn. So it does a small amount of damage, and the animation at the end like increases the time, so battles just take forever training it. So I don't recommend using one. And a Sandshrew, this youngster doesn't have a Rattata? What is going on? Like, the universe is no longer like existing. Like, I thought I knew this place, I thought I knew the Pokemon world, but youngster without a Rattata, it's just revolutionary. And I feel bad having to knock out the Sandshrew, but it is what it is. I don't sadly want to catch a Sandshrew because it's a ground type, and our Nidoking is going to be ground poison type, so it would be a little redundant, and we already have some redundancy in that Leaf is a poison type, and so will Nidoking be. So, yeah. My friend has many cute Pokemon. I'm so jealous. What a 5th grade girl. Is this like their school uniform? They all do look the same. Interesting. Now we have an Oddish. Sadly, I'm going to have to knock it out right away. But Oddish is such a cute Pokemon. It's one of my brother's favorite Pokemon. And it's actually a pretty good Pokemon. It evolves into Gloom. And what's really helpful about Oddish is that, ooh, we're trying to learn Whirlwind. Let's see if we have any completely useless moves. No, we're not going to get a remove. Foe's made to switch out with an ally. In the wild, the battle ends. It's not going to be that helpful. In the competitive game, Whirlwind is really helpful, but in like story mode, I guess, it's not that helpful at all. But Gloom is helpful in like its evolutions. Vileplume, and in the later generations, Bellossom are helpful because they can learn. What can they learn? They can learn like Sleep Powder and Poison Powder and Stun Powder, which all induce like status. Obviously, and it's really helpful for catching Pokemon. In my Heart Gold, I had a Skiploom and a Gloom in my PC just all the time, so that I could start off with like a Pidgey that uses Sand Attack as many times as it can to reduce its accuracy so it can't hit me, and then I send in a slow Pokemon like Skiploom or Gloom to put it to sleep, and then I try and catch it. Like, so they're helpful for that aspect. And sadly, Nightwing looks like he's been pretty low on health. I don't know if he's gonna die or not. I'm going to try to minimize my own Pokemon fainting in this LP. So I'm going to have to check up on that HP. I don't know how much HP goes down each time that happens. But we are finally at Bill's house. And, hiya, I'm a Pokemon. No, I'm not. You're talking to us. Call me Bill. I'm a true blue Pokemaniac. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you, pal. I screwed up an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon. So, how about it? Help me out here. As weird as this is, we'll help you out. Wait till I get inside the teleporter. When I do, go to my PC and run the cell separation system. Okay. That works. And before I do, how much HP? 8. It looks like it's 1 HP per like click. So now we're at the PC. Zero initiated the teleporter cell separator. Gosh, I feel like a mad scientist already. Hey, there he is. There's the real Bill. Yeehaw! Thanks, bud. I owe you one. So, did you come to see my Pokemon collection? You didn't. That's a bummer. You gotta thank you. Oh, here, maybe this'll do. We got an SS ticket from Bill. Now we can go on a nice, relaxing cruise. Zero put the SS ticket in the key items pocket. That cruise ship, SS Anne, is in Vermilion City. I hear there are lots of trainers on board, too. They invited me to their party, but I can't stand fancy dudes. Why don't you go instead of me? Go on and have a good time. Trust me, it works for me. And I think we have an antidote, don't we? We do. Why didn't I not use this earlier? We're gonna use that on Pidgeotto. And something kind of cool is, you know how the Pokemon like increases its size and like gets closer to the screen? The more it does that, the more your Pokemon likes you. So that's a cool way to check up on like your friendship with your Pokemon. Can we battle these guys? No. This cave is a famous date spot. Misty, the gym leader, has high hopes about this place. Ooh, maybe we can get a date with Misty. Hello, are you here alone? If you're out at Cerulean's Cave, well, it should be as a couple. Fine. Believe. Jeez. Alright, so we are on our way back to Cerulean City. And we get to look at all the people we defeated. And I think now we can challenge the gym. And, go on to save the world, like always. So I'm going to heal our Pokemon. This will take a few seconds. It's actually nice that it doesn't take that long to heal. Oh, something cool. You notice how all the city names are, like, after colors? There's, like, Pewter, and then there's Saffron, and Celadon, Cerulean, Vermilion. And I never realized this, but the town you start off in is Palette Town. So it's cool because it starts off with like a palette, which is like holds all the colors, and then you explore all the colors, and I thought that was really cool. But alright, so this is Misty's gym, and it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And it's got a lot of water and stuff. You can actually fish in this pool, I believe. But we will take on this gym leader next time. And yeah, have fun until then. I'll see you guys in this next episode. But until then, this has been Midnight Zero, and this mission is complete.